Wednesday, July 1st. I'm Sharna Bobi, and this is Open Bid from FNDATA. Today, the second half of the year began with the same splits that run through the first. At Christie's, the Old Masters sale set world records, while online, a once buzzy contemporary collection could barely find a buyer. Plus, 1,000 unseen Karl Lagerfeld sketches head to auction, Bugatti builds a one-of-a-kind hypercar, and we take a look at how the European markets opened today. This episode of Open Bid is brought to you by FNDATA, the market intelligence platform for insights on the art market, luxury goods, and related public equities. With a membership, you can unlock access to dashboards, reports, and cutting-edge insights to keep your finger on the pulse of the market and drive your competitive advantage. Learn more at altafndata.com/membership. We completed the first half of 2026 with the very top of the luxury auctions market setting high records. At Christie's in London, the Classic Week evening sales, the Old Masters, and the Exceptional sale brought in around $64 million and set 7 world auction records. The star was a painting by Titian, the great Venetian master of the Renaissance, with an early work called Rest on the Flight into Egypt. It sold for £17.6 million, about $22 million. This was the most ever paid for a work by Titian at auction. The very same week, however, told the other half of the story. Christie's offered a second tranche of the Ludovic collection online with contemporary works, and the results could hardly have been more different. 55% of the lots went unsold, with once buzzy artists changing hands for a fraction of what they had initially commanded at their peak, and one work actually fetched only £127. Within one house in a single week, the Divergence was laid bare. We had a Titian work, half a millennium old, setting an all-time record, even as speculative contemporary art, bought at the top of the market, could barely find a buyer at any price. Staying in the auction sale rooms, a piece of fashion history is coming up. Sotheby's is holding its 6th sale of the collection of the late Karl Lagerfeld, and this one includes 1,000 of his previously unseen sketches, along with his gloves, his iPods, and hundreds of drawings. Karl Lagerfeld's estate has become one of the most reliable draws in the collectibles world. It is proof that a great designer's personal archive can be as coveted as anything he has ever sent down a runway. We have 2 quick notes. At the very peak of the car world, Bugatti unveiled a one-of-a-kind hypercar called the Mistral Blanc Eternal with a 1,578 horsepower roadster built with a German porcelain atelier KPM and made as a single example for a buyer who will never see another like it. We'll have more on this with the collector car markets this weekend on Auto Markets. And Loro Piana, the LVMH brand with ticker MC in Paris at €484, recently won a legal victory in Turin against a company selling copies of its white sole shoes. Finally, let's take a look at how the European luxury names opened as the second half of the year began. Burberry was the weakest, down almost 3%, LVMH slipped a fraction, and Richemont eased about 0.8%. Kering steadied after Monday's rout, up about 1%. The US names open later this morning, and we'll have the full read on this tonight on Closing Price. For insights on the data behind today's stories, the FNDATA membership gives you access to a rich library of market data dashboards, reports, and insights. Get started at altfndata.com/membership or reach us anytime at info@altfndata.com. As a thank you for being a listener, use the discount code PODCAST15 for 15% off your first year. That's it on Open Bid for today, Wednesday, July 1st. Subscribe to get notifications on new episodes, and if you love the show, please leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. I'm Sharna Bobi from FNDATA. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Thank you for listening.